Mornite. Yeah, Mornite. Who's Mornite? I'm Mornite, and if you just let me finish the video, it'll all be explained. But it's my video. I'm Mecha, the owner of this channel. You should just let me do it. Listen, like I said, it all makes sense. Okay? Right, today we're looking at Pokémon as supervillains and even more lore to go with it. Can't believe I'm letting you do this. Anyway, as a young boy, who we discussed in our previous video, did indeed grow up to be a hero, there's a team of Pokémon singing monster things. The DS itself was believed to be enchanted by the behemoth, so it was placed in a hall of relics with other enchanted items. Was it enchanted though? Yeah, it was. And it began spilling out even more Pokémon, as if it was a portal of sorts. With the young boy growing up to be a superhero and being combined with a Ma. Weird, where have I heard that somewhere? Some of the Pokémon began to fight back as supervillains, I guess to regain their trainer's attention. Ah! Are you the boy? Yeah, I'm the boy. Took you long enough to figure out. Anyway, on to the first supervillain, the first one I encountered that started this whole crazy thing. This is Gyarados. He'd hide out in dark alleyways, using the darkness to cover up his Gyarados tail. And then, if they didn't accept his offer, giant Gyarados tails would sprout from his back to attack them. That's just like Dark Ark. Dark Ark. I hadn't heard of them before. Sounds like an artillery sort of villain. No, it's a person with, like, octopus bits. Oh, just carry on. Anyway, this one wanted to fight me up close, usually just sending their Feebas goons after me. Feebas? Why Feebas? Why not Magikarp? Well, because Feebas evolves into Gyarados. You are really not that smart. You know that, right? Well, I'm not the smart one. So Magikarp evolves into Milotic? No. No, that's not at all. Remoraid evolves into Milotic. Magikarp evolves into Lugia. Ha! Just kidding. I'm hoping so. Obviously, Magikarp doesn't evolve into Lugia, it evolves into Octillery. Oh my goodness. Just carry on with the story. Anyway, the next one I found was Mecha, which is actually Klinklang. I think it's a person just possessed by a Klinklang, but I have no way of knowing. This is one that will fight me up close, usually leaping from building to building. But because they change their weapons around so much in these giant mech suits they build, I can never get the upper hand. I never know where they're going to attack from next. As soon as I think I've found a weak spot, all of a sudden there's a saw blade or something. Oh, weird. So, like, is it a hard one to fight or an easy one? Sort of in the middle, really. Some of the encounters are easy, but some of the most brutal things that will ever happen to me. Anyway, on to the next one, which is Yanmega. This one's actually quite sad for me, because Yanmega, you see, he pretends to be a bounty hunter, hunting down criminals and making sure they're out of the way. Well, that sounds pretty good. Why is he a villain? Well, because he doesn't. He recruits the villains and just puts them on his team, telling them where the next hero is going to be so they can attack them for him. Again, I don't know if it's a human, a robot controlled by a human, just a Yanmega in a robot suit, or just a Yanmega. I don't know. But those two spikes on his tails become jetpacks, flying up, and they can even launch rockets at me to blast me into oblivion. I never know where he's going from next. And he has these holograms so he can see the entire city and where the best spot to escape from is. Not one to fight me, though again, they do have the rockets and the bullets and stuff. But it's very hard to actually manage to get after the fight, even if I do beat him. Oh, that sounds like a hard one to fight. Yeah, probably the hardest one I'm going to mention today. But the next one's like, very weird. Don't encounter them much. They might even be harder. This is unknown spot. A bunch of unknown can join together into a human shape. Given form through perhaps the portal from the DS, I don't know. That's just the spot, isn't it? The spot. No, this is the unknown spot. I never heard of just the spot. Anyway, the pupils can move inside to different white circles, as if the black part's just an outer shell for something even bigger lurking within. They've sort of got wings, but they don't actually use them to fly. This one can just hover, and it can create eyes, which obviously shoot laser blasts and the like, but also they just watch me, so that he always knows where my next attack's coming from. Oh. He is like weirder because he don't use weapons and stuff. Yeah, it's like a mystical energy. I have no idea what his intentions are or anything. I don't even know if they're really a villain, but when they started attacking me, I just assumed so. But if they attack me, who am I to say they're not going to attack all the other citizens? The people I've got to keep safe. I'll be honest, you sound very honourable. So it makes sense why you're here, but still, why are you on my channel? Listen, like I said, it'll all be explained, hopefully. Anyway, the next one's Lugera, one of the harder ones to face. As Lugia came out the portal, I have no doubt that it meant good. Lugia's a legendary who's always meant good, but as it saw the horrible things that humans were doing, it shut its heart off to them, not allowing anything good humans ever did to come inside, and leaving the bad things that they always do to stay inside and grow. Lugera became a human shape, though I would hesitate to call it humane. It became a sort of shadow Pokémon, attacking anything as if it's a monster. Its entire bottom half was ripped off in one of our battles, and instantly it was replaced with this shadow energy. It can shoot black holes from its fingers to suck me in, but luckily most of them explode on contact with anything, which obviously destroys things, which I don't want, but better than a black hole. Makes sense. But why is this the hardest? Like, the unknown spot and the Yan Mega Man sound just as hard as this one. Yeah, but the day I got teleported here, they were in a proper frenzy, as if the things that they had left trapped in their heart, the evil things, had grown so much that the heart was gone, split into millions of pieces, held together by nothingness. This one I just simply call Shadow Lugia, since I never got to learn their name. They gain 2 extra heads of pure shadow energy, and you can see through their skin. But there's no heart left, just a black hole. I don't even know if the parts of the heart are left. This Pokemon might never be able to be reformed into the Lugia we know, or at least Lugera. It's better than this monstrosity. It would breathe the void out of its 2 extra heads, and the first one would just command them to move somewhere else. The bottom part is more similar to the actual Lugia body, but still this shadow energy, and whilst it used to be able to shoot black holes from its fingertips, now it just creates black holes at will out of nothingness. As I was battling this the day I came, it was the most intense battle I'd ever had. I almost died because, like I said, it was one of the most intense battles. I almost died, but then I missed an attack when I was trying to glide onto its head, and I fell into the shadowy tail. And then what happened? Well, then I ended up here. And it was all weird and different to my universe. And it felt like I didn't belong here. Like I was in a different dimension. You're not from this dimension, are you? It seems so.